Welcome to my 2026 glow up guide. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I've just kind of collected a bunch of tips that I personally use to just make me feel better throughout the year, and what I use to just reset whenever I need to, and I've just compiled it into one video. So stay tuned to learn how to glow up in 2026, make this year your year, and obviously most importantly to prioritize God and draw closer to him this year. First and foremost, in order to glow up, you need to make sure that you are right with God. Okay, you girlies, okay, we have to do this every day. Come on, Jesus tells us we have to carry our cross every single day. So going into the new year, we need to make sure we're also carrying that cross as well. Okay, I will be so upfront and I will be so honest with you. I haven't felt particularly close to God in a little while because I decided I wanted to do my own thing. Fun fact, spoiler alert, it sucks. If this was me like 2 years ago, this segment on prayer would most likely have been longer, but like I said, I don't even think I'm in a position right now, like spiritually, to be giving out all this advice. But I will 100% say praying every single day, trying to implement the verse of the day, for example, throughout your life. So whether you're trying to recite the scripture of the day every single day, just so again you're like constantly feeding your brain scripture, it does genuinely help a lot. And talk to God like he's your friend, because he is your friend. The second thing that I recommend doing, and I personally love it, okay, I love it. If you know me, I love shopping, I love getting my nails done, I love everything to do with this second part, which is self-care. When you pamper yourself and when you are constantly, or like you have a habit of taking care of yourself, it just allows you to feel refreshed and ready to fight whatever obstacles or work towards whatever you want to work towards a whole lot better. The next thing that I really recommend doing is going shopping. I personally love shopping. I love everything about it except for the part where I spend money. Also go check out my Black Friday haul. But I love shopping. I love, you know, expressing myself, finding different things that I love, finding unique pieces, or sometimes basic pieces. It's a great time to get some new pieces so you go into the new year again feeling fresh and rejuvenated and just excited to put together all these really cute outfits. So it also encourages you to like go out, study, because it's January, so I have a lot of deadlines, or just to meet up with some friends, especially since it's still technically the winter blues. You guys are going to see me trying some stuff that I bought during the Boxing Day sale, because I don't only just dish out this advice, guys, I actively listen to it myself. So I did spend quite a bit of money, but I do hope you guys enjoy this haul. This is not the right way to do it. Everyone speaks about vision boards and creating prayer boards and just basically setting goals for 2026, but one thing that I don't think is spoken about enough is reflecting on your goals from 2025. Now 2025 was a very busy, hectic and crazy year for me. You can check that out by how many times I uploaded this year, but I think reflecting on your goals kind of reminds you about all the good things that you managed to do this year. So for example, what I do is I set 3 goals that I want to prioritize throughout the year. So that means I'm consistently going to be looking at it, like when I go on my Notion, because I put it at the top of my Notion, and this is something that I just want to prioritize. I think it's better to set 3 yearly goals, like 3 really like, okay, this is across the whole entire year, because it just really helps me improve in like 3 different aspects of my life instead of having like 10 different goals where I can kind of lose track. So the 3 goals I set for 2025 was to improve on my editing / spending more time on editing videos, prioritizing uni, and also prioritizing God. So those were 3 things, and I put this at the top of my Notion. You could put it on your phone, you can set it as a daily reminder, just so you're constantly reflecting on your goals in the next year. And then obviously, oh my gosh, the camera's about to die. I'm so tired. The next part you obviously have to do is to create new goals for 2026. Now, before we can even attempt to make a prayer board, we need to pray and we need to ask God what he wants us to prioritize in 2026, and ask him to put things in our heart that align with his plan for us, because we can have stuff in our hearts that God's like, oh, that's cute, but it's not the plans I have for you. So let's actually put effort into things that God has already ordained for us. So for me, I make my prayer board on Pinterest. I have a little bit of a tutorial that I've recorded for you guys. Next, I believe that in 2026 or in the new year, whenever you're watching this, you should try something new. Now, for me, that's going to be baking and trying to keep at least one plant alive that I will be getting actually today, hopefully after this recording. But I definitely want to try and bake something new every single month. I already bake kind of, but I bake the same thing. So for January, I want to try and bake a caramel tart, like I don't really know, but I want to bake like a caramel tart, and then in February maybe I'll bake some cookies since it's Valentine's Day, and just so on and so on, so that I'm kind of honing a certain skill and I'm not going to get bored of it because I'm trying different stuff. I know my family will definitely enjoy that because my siblings are actual big bags, so you're welcome, family. And to get a new plant, I actually had 2 plants. One my sister got from her school, and second I got a cactus. They're both dead, so that I'm throwing them away, I'm sorry. But I am going to get a new plant, and I'm going to make sure that this plant lasts until 2027, so check back in and I will be updating you guys throughout the year about the plant.